What's going on, guys? It's Brandon here, BB's iPod Touched Up, and today I'll be giving you guys some tips on how to save battery on your iOS device. Now, the very first tip I'll give you guys is to not quit your apps. Now, quitting apps may seem like a very good idea and maybe it makes your device clutter-free, but it actually could be hurting your battery. Just think about it. The next time you go to open that app that you just closed, your phone is going to have to use all that RAM and all that energy to try to open it back up. Now, the only time I'd really suggest that you close apps is if you're either going to sleep or if you know you're not going to be using the apps for about 6 hours. The next tip is to turn off Bluetooth and or Wi-Fi if you are not using them. This is something that may seem obvious but is commonly overlooked. Your device is spending all that energy and all that data to try and find those surrounding routers and Bluetooth devices where it doesn't need to be. If you're out and about, you pretty much know you're not going to be using Wi-Fi, so you should just turn Wi-Fi off completely. Now, the biggest thing people may say is that they just forget, which is fine, but you can also just swipe up from the bottom of your device and just easily tap that Wi-Fi button and that Bluetooth button. The next tip is to disable push email. If you're like me, you probably get constant emails at all times of the day, whether it's business related, a friend sending you a cool article, or just straight up spam. The emails use power and data to send you those push notifications and actually just to fetch the email itself. Disable push email and just check your mail manually from now on. The next tip is to disable background app refresh. All of the apps that you have selected on in this category in settings are actually using data in the background. These apps are taking up energy and definitely need to be put to a halt. You could use the main kill switch, or you could just individually turn them off. The next tip is to disable dynamic backgrounds and reduce motion. The new parallax effect that was introduced with iOS 7 has actually shown to reduce battery life. This should be obvious since the dynamic backgrounds actually move and take up a lot of energy when they're actually moving on the screen, and also the parallax effect, it has a movement to it as well, so those should definitely be disabled. The next one should be obvious, but it is commonly overlooked, and that is to reduce your brightness. I'd recommend using less than 50% of the brightness unless you are outside. I usually keep mine at around the 30 to 40% mark, and that's what I'd recommend for you as well. You also want to turn auto brightness off, as your phone does not need to be using its brain at all time, so try to figure out where you're at. The next tip is to disable as many notifications as you can. If you get constant updates from Craigslist or something like that telling you about a good deal, it may be a good time to disable those notifications. Head over to your notification settings and just simply turn the notifications off completely. The more notifications and the more sounds, the lower your battery life. The next tip is to turn off location services in frequent locations. It's a known fact that GPS drains your iPhone's battery, and your iPhone does not need to see where you're at all times. Head over to Settings, go to Privacy, and then go to Location Services and flip the switch to off. You can flip the big kill switch, or you can just do the apps individually. You should also turn off frequent locations, which is used to send targeted ads to your device. This tip seems to be one of the biggest battery savers out there. And the very last tip I'd say is to watch your memory usage. If you have under 1 GB left, I'd recommend deleting some pictures and videos just so your phone speeds up and can handle all the processes that you're trying to run on it. So those were some quick tips on how to save battery life, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down below if any of these tips helps you. And if you have any tips you want to add, be sure to leave a comment down below. Go ahead and check out the post on DailyiFix.com. It goes a little bit more in depth than this video did. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.